Hey shooters, True Shot Technologies back here again. This video is going to be real short. This is our latest and last attempt for a better Mini 14 front sight. We're going to use the 583 series on this. These sights are made for the newer models like this, tapered barrel 5/8, which means also the early Mini 30s, and the 9/16 diameter, which is the pencil barrel early Mini 14s. They will not work on the new heavy barrel 760 diameter models, but very few people are putting accessories like this on those anyway. This is the front sight. It's called the AV4, just because it's the fourth design. It's aluminum extrusion, compression clamped, with a kind of an HK sight view. You see that? It's going to have the same Tapco sight post. It'll come with a sight tool that's part of the kit. This is the post tool that will come with it, or something very similar. It will be adjustable for elevation. And since it's a compression clamp sight, it'll also be adjustable for windage just by loosening it and tightening it back, tapping it over and tightening it. This barrel is 9/16. All these newer tapered models. Underneath the factory winged blade sight, which most of you know is not a good sight. Anyway, I used a CNC Warrior thread kit and threaded this 9/16 24, and then I bought a 9/16 24 A2 birdcage flash hider. So I'm going to put the sight on. It's got a 2/1000 clearance, and then I'm going to put some blue Loctite on the threads, some blue Loctite on these two screws that hold the sight in place. And before anything sets up, I'm going to set it on this piece of glass. This is the way we did it with the old Avenger sights, the Avenger 2, 3, and 1, I think. But you really don't need that with this, because we're not Loctiting this on like we did the other ones. They had a steel body, if you remember. They had a steel body, and you used Loctite, red Loctite, to hold them to the barrel. This is simply compression clamped. Because the steel screws will expand at the same rate as a steel barrel, this sight will not go anywhere when the barrel gets hot. We have hundreds of them. We are using similar to this on SKSs all over the country, and they don't move when they get hot. If it was all aluminum and just pinned or set screwed, then when it gets hot, then yeah, you've got a problem, because your aluminum's going to expand more. But with the steel screws holding it at the same expansion rate, there's not going to be an issue. So I'm going to put this. I slid it on. I'm rocking the barrel on the two high points of this rear sight. On the older models, like the flip-up sight, that's a ranch model. You can just use anything you have laying around that's square and put it underneath the scope mount machine section. On the kind that looks like the big black snail on the top, the older models, just take off the housing and there's two machined ears that you can rock it on. But like I said, it's really not necessary for this sight. You can just put this on and eyeball it, look through your left eye, look through your right eye, and then go to the range and take some test shots, loosen it and tap it over a tiny bit until you get dead on the center with your rear sight center already. So I'm not going to video this, but I'm going to go ahead and put the sight on and the flash hider, and then show you a close-up of it, and then that's going to be the end of the video. These are going to be the sight kit with the tool, adjustment tool, and sight post. We're not supplying the Loctite. It's blue Loctite is all you need on this, which is Loctite 242, or I'm using Gun-Tite, which is the same thing. Real simple installation. And without doing a video, you could do this in less than 10 minutes. One more thing about these threads. 9/16 is a kind of an oddball thread for flash hiders. I think they use it mostly for 9mm. I got this flash hider that I have from northerngunparts.com. He has a couple models. There's also a CNC Warrior. There's a 9/16 to 1/2" 28 adapter you can buy. So you can screw that on there if you want to. So you don't have to thread your barrel. Get that straight first. But you can use that adapter and then have 1/2 threads, which gives you, a world of options for muzzle devices. All I say is to make sure it has a 3/8 through hole for safety. And I'm going to put this on real quick, do the Loctite thing, and then show you the gun together, and that's going to be it. Okay, I put a drop on each one of the screws here, and I put a few drops on these threads. There's no crush washer here because you don't have a shoulder like you normally would, like on an AR-15 or a barrel that's been threaded with a shoulder. There's not really a shoulder to use a crush washer for, so with Loctite you're going to be fine. This is the first time I've used blue Loctite on a flash hider. You may want to use red, but blue should be just fine. If not, if it comes loose when it gets hot, clean it up and put red on it. So that's as far as it goes, and lines itself up with the closed bottom on the bottom of the rifle. As you can see, it's upside down. Then I'm going to pull the sight up to the right up to the flash hider, making sure I'm rocking it, and it's all 4 points. This just gets you real close to the center. Like I said, you can eyeball it. And while it's up there, without dropping everything like I just did, just snug it up while you're holding it, and tighten these screws. This sight will, you'll be amazed at how tight you can get these screws and how tight it is, the sight is once it's on. There's absolutely no reason for a pin like the old sight had. And by the way, make sure you shake up your Loctite, any Loctite you use anywhere. And there's the sight installed that quick. I mean, it's about as simple as it gets. And I'll give you a quick view of the assembled gun. Again, like I said, no reason for a pin. As far as taking your sight off, there's videos on that. There's a video on our website or our YouTube channel about it. There's a Matrix Precision Tools puller. There's also other pullers out there you can get at Harbor Freight, or you can just use a piece of wood or a brass drift. Take out the punch, soak it overnight if you want to with liquid wrench. Tap them off. They come off. Once you hit them one good tap, get it past that burr that's created by the pinhole, it'll come off fine. It's not that big a deal. Don't listen to what a lot of these forum guys tell you, that it's too hard to get the front sight off. It's really not. And this is a vast improvement. The sight's going to give you a super fast, far more accurate sight view, super fast target acquisition. That's why this kind of sight is used on military weapons all over the world since the 1800s, and I'm not going to get into a debate about that. Do your own research, and you'll see what I mean. Anyway, this sight kit's going to go for $59, and they'll include shipping with the tool. Let me shut this off and put the gun back in the stock and show you what it looks like. Okay, here it is, just sitting on a piece of carpet on a bench. Like I said, it's a 583 series. This is in an ATI stock. Looks kind of naked without the magazine, doesn't it? Here's a close-up of the front sight with the flash hider. And that should be super close to 0. You can readjust if you want to at the range, or just use your rear sight. Like I said, make sure your rear sight's in the center before you install this, or before you go to the range. Doesn't matter if you do it before you install it, but you got plenty of adjustment with the front and the rear sight, elevation and windage, so more than enough adjustment both ways. Anyway, that's the new Avenger 4 front sight from True Shot Technologies. Thanks for watching the video. Leave us a comment. Have any questions? Email us or give us a call, 303-912-3078. Have fun, stay safe.